Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about she's doing no contact with you, here's your move. So if you suspect that a woman is doing no contact with you, obviously there's no real way of knowing that she is because we're not mind readers here. You can suspect things, you can be suspicious, you can guess, but you won't know 100% for sure if she is doing no contact with you. Okay, so it's best not to 100% assume that she's doing no contact with you. But if you, anyway, the move that you should do, the thing that you should be doing is nothing. You should be still being no contact yourself. Your next move, your move that you should be doing is the move of nothing, of taking no action, of non-action, of just letting it be and not contacting her. Okay. And instead, you should be focusing on finding someone better for you, finding a better relationship with a woman that is going to work out with. Yeah? Because clearly, if she's doing no contact with you, then somewhere down the line, things just didn't work out, right? Okay? So, and that's a sad reality, but if it didn't work out, then it's better to find someone else who it is going to work out with. Okay? Now, of course, depending on how long ago you guys sort of, whatever relationship you had, whether you was just dating or whether it was an actual like girlfriend or wife, however it fizzled out is irrelevant. But you might need some time before you go back out into the dating world to sort of ruminate and think and decide what kind of woman that you want to attract into your life, and just basically give yourself time for your emotions to simmer down, because that's how you'll know when you are over it. Okay, if your emotions are less intense and you don't feel as strongly about them anymore, then that is your sign that you're feeling better about the relationship and you're now open to meeting someone else and being with someone else. Because what can happen is if your emotions are still raw, if your emotions are still really intense about your ex or a situationship, what you'll find is that your next relationship will be a rebound. And rebounds don't usually work out very well. Okay, they're usually very passionate relationships, but they're not typically very healthy ones. And of course, I want you to be in a really healthy, happy relationship with the next person that you're going to be with. So it's very important then that you have that time to sort of reflect. So during your reflection time, you want to be thinking of like, okay, so this is what happened. What were the things that I don't want to happen again? What are the things that I'm going to learn from in this so it doesn't repeat itself? What kind of parts of my personality do I want to change so I can have a more effective relationship, or I can be more effective at dating in the future? So even though a lot of these things may have been her fault, right, you still have to do some inner reflection and think about what you could have done better. Because even if, let's say, you attracted an awful woman into your life, you still attracted her into your life. So in essence, you let her in. Okay, and maybe there was red flags that you could have been looking out for that you chose to ignore or you just wasn't aware of. So then that's what you've got to work on. You've got to become aware of looking for the red flags. And so what you want to do is you want to look at that woman and think, okay, so what was it? Not obviously physically, because if she's doing no contact with you, then you can't see her. But so you got to look back on her behavior in your mind, in your memory, and think, okay, so what were the things that I didn't like about her? What were the things that were clearly red flags that I need to look out for when I'm dating and meeting new women so I don't attract the same kind of woman? Because often this kind of thing can happen to men and women. It can even happen with people that want different friends as well. They keep on attracting the same kind of people, right? So it's like some people keep on attracting the same kind of friends, and they let's say these friends are people that drink all the time or they smoke all the time, and they don't really want that kind of energy in their life anymore, but yet they still keep on attracting those kinds of friends. Also, for maybe for you, that maybe you keep on attracting women who are unfaithful or something like that, and you're like, what's going on here? And it's all about looking for those red flags at the very beginning and not letting your emotions get ahead of you and allow yourself to fall in love with someone too fast before sort of like screening them out and screening them for different problems and issues that they may have. Because sometimes when you meet someone on a first date, you can become very, very enamored by them. And so much so that even if they're saying things to you that are red flags, clearly red flags, because you're so in love basically, and you've got these rosy colored glasses on, you don't want to see it. You don't want to pay attention to it. You're ignoring it. Okay, even if you're hearing the words and you're understanding, and maybe those things are making you feel uncomfortable and you know they're red flags on some kind of level, you're ignoring it completely because you think that you can change her, or you think that, you can do something about this, okay? Or you just think, oh, well, I'm different and she just won't do these things to me, okay? But it's really important then that you become clear on the kind of woman that you do want and the kind of woman that you don't want. So when you go out on a date, and if a woman is displaying these red flags, then you'll know to cut off communication and not go out on another date with her, yeah? Whereas if a woman is displaying green flags, things that you really, really like, and she's saying things that are just total green flags for you, then you'll know to continue dating that kind of woman. Yeah, and continue dating her. So that's what it's all about when it comes to like self-reflection and figuring out what you can do better and figuring out the kind of woman that you want. Now, of course, you may have actually done things that you are not proud of, or they're not saying like really big things, but maybe let's say, for example, you messaged too much, you over pursued, or maybe you had a bit of an anger problem. Perhaps you was on a date and you was talking very insecurely about yourself or something, and it just showed lack of confidence, and you could tell that it was kind of putting her off, and maybe you was doing a bunch of these different things. These are just examples, but you got to think about, okay, so what could I have done better? And what am I not going to do in the future? What do I personally think really put her off? Because on some level, you will probably know what it is that you did or said, or the kind of vibe that you had that may have messed things up a little bit from your side, okay? So if that's the case, then those are the things that you got to work on, okay? So you're going to have to take some inner reflection to suss out what it is that you did wrong and how you're going to behave differently in the future. Now, if you need help with that kind of thing, then I highly recommend that you go and read my book, Attracting the Beautiful Woman of Your Dreams, which you can go read for free, completely for free, on my website by going to www.christineloveridge.com. It's just, if you look at my name on YouTube, it's literally that one word, www.christineloveridge.com. And then what you'll do is just go to the menu on the website and click on the book. Okay, and it'll take you right there. You don't need to log into the website. You don't need to sign up for anything. You don't have to, there's no like weird confusing landing page. It's not like one of those things that's going to be sent to your email, so you need to give me your email address. It's not going to be anything like that. It's just right there on the website for you to read. Okay, and if you would like coaching with me, then you can go as well to www.christineloveridge.com and just click on whichever coaching option works best for you at this current time. But this will really help with that issue. If you feel like there are things that you personally need to improve so that your dating skills can get better and so you can attract the woman of your dreams, not just a woman that's sort of like kind of good, but the woman of your dreams, the best kind of woman possible for you, then this is the book that you need, okay? So what's your next move if a woman is doing no contact on you? You do no contact as well. You do more no contact, okay? And you move on with your life and find someone better, and you read this book. You read this book and you get the knowledge that you need, and so you can start developing the skills that you need to attract an even better woman in your life, okay? So thank you so much for watching, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.